Hi, I'm Dr. Lance Morris, and welcome to my weekly YouTube channel posting. This is number 34 of a sequential series. If we are mindful and practice objectification of our awareness, we become the neutral observer. This is to be able to observe ourselves as well as everybody and everything from this unique vantage point. From this vantage point, we automatically suspend projection or judgment. Our perception is unbiased, authentic, allowing for spirit and divine guidance. The more we practice being in this space, the more the universe guides us. This divine guidance is not functioning as an overlord to control or manipulate us, but rather to guide gently and allow us to use free will to express our unique individual selves. As we open our hearts and clear our minds, we become immersed in the continuous miracle of existence. Even the most mundane daily activity or experience can become a lightning rod for expanded awareness or insight. Let me offer a recent personal example. I wear soft contact lenses. Usually I can put them in and take them out without any problem. Recently, I've been having difficulty taking the right one out. This has caused me to be anxious and trepidatious about the process. With the left lens, it's never an issue, but with the right lens, I've been finding myself overthinking the mechanical process, looking right, left, up or down. I'm not confident about the best way to get the lens out. With this right lens, it takes several tries and I'm irritating my eyeball. Guided to be mindful and turn on objectified perception. As the neutral objectified observer, I see that I always remove the left contact by moving my eye inward and upward while catching the contact lens with my thumb and index finger. This was pure instinct, knowing coupled with action, no thoughts or opinions involved. Then, from this objectified observation, I instantly got it. Inward, upward, applying this insight to my right eye, no more difficulty getting the lens out. Now, instant integration. Right brain, creative and artistic, left brain, analytical and methodical thinking. The message and guidance for me is 1, be mindful about my tendency to be in my left brain, analytical self dominantly. Find the balance point between my creative and linear ability. 2, to remember that access to the spiritual domain is easier when I choose to focus inward and upward. As humans, we seem to frequently refer to heaven as being above. In general, this is also true when we refer to spiritual progress. Is heaven or enlightenment actually above us? Above us as out in space, or above us in another dimension? This is also consistent with astral projection. The experience or movement is usually upward and outward. We seem to exteriorize our consciousness or actually leave our body shell. Therein lies the risk with astral projection. By leaving the body shell, we leave it and our consciousness vulnerable to possession. Although placing a barrier of white light around the body or calling on divine protection may offer some modest protection. Neither of these are foolproof. The perception or feeling of movement outward and upward is a reflection of the frequency or vibratory transition between the physical and astral dimensions. This perception or feeling of movement outward and upward will persist in all dimensions of stem or polarity. When we intentionally and consciously choose to perceive and feel movement inward and upward, it can bring us to the nodal point that is the frequency or vibratory transition between polarized dimensions of stem and non-polarized dimensions of non-stem. This transition is the final membrane between stem and non-stem. It is the edge and beyond that I refer to in my book of the same title. Remember that by finding and waking up the fascial connective tissue membrane of our bodies, we have opened a gateway to find and wake up the final membrane between stem and non-stem. When we cross the final membrane between stem and non-stem, we have entered the no-thing realm. Imagine that this is the true home of soul. For our purposes, we'll define soul as a unit of awareness or consciousness. We are not the body with a soul, but rather a soul with a body. The body is impermanent, while soul is permanent. If you will, we are a drop in the ocean that is the divine or God. Imagine that we are particles in the body of it. Our birthright is to fully wake up and take our place of service and unconditional love. The God that exists outside stem or polarity cannot be anthropomorphized. This is to attribute human characteristics or behavior to it. It has no gender. The polarized qualities of God that humans identify with are human constructs or projections. Previously, I had suggested that there is a safer way to perceive both things and other dimensions other than through astral projection. As soul, there is actually no movement or projection. Unlike astral projection, as soul, the body does not need to be in a trance or state of paralysis. Awakened soul sits in a nodal point from which it perceives everything from a 360-degree multi-dimensional perspective. It has the ability to perceive a single thing, multiple things, or everything. As soul, we are untouchable and unharmable. We are here to remember and then function from this space. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.